Hello, in this video I would like to share what helped me to get rid of the anxiety funnels. By anxiety funnels, I mean when you start to think one negative thought and it starts to maintain and develop, and after one small negative thought you start to overthink it, dwell on it, and think more negative, and it starts to build up like a snowball, and you find yourself into this anxiety funnel when you are lost connection with the reality, and already at this moment you feel like your world is ending or you will end soon, and it starts to get close to panic and you can't really stop it. It's hard to stop. So it's kind of like intrusive thoughts, and they are overtaking you, and the thing that thing called rumination. So when you are dwelling on something, and what is the difference between a ruminating and self-reflection? Because let's say you are overthinking some situation, and this situation happened in the past, because rumination and overall thinking can be about everything. It can be about the past. You may dwell on something what happened in the past. For example, how you embarrassed yourself, or you think you embarrassed yourself in front of your colleagues, and now you're thinking, oh, they all think I'm stupid. You're afraid to go to work, and things like this. Or it can be about the future, about the step if you take that step, what would happen if you do it or if you don't do it, and you think about these consequences, and no matter about what your thoughts are, they are really intrusive and hard to stop. And the thing here, what is the difference between self-reflecting, is that these thoughts are negative and they make you feel very, very bad. They don't help you anyhow. So you think it, and it just gives you so much distress, and just distresses you literally. And then you don't change anything about it. You don't take any action to improve, or sometimes these thoughts, they're just a useless ones. And in the base case scenario, it just keeps you on the same point where you are without improvement. In the worst case scenario, it stops you from taking some real actions, making some real changes, and destroys your immune system, and make you maybe a bit ill or sick or something, and you maintain psychosomatic first pains, and then they turn somatic. I kind of nearly felt like I started to if I wasn't for example recording now, and I would start to overthink and dwell and ruminate on the thing what I've just said. I said, oh shit, I should stop thinking these thoughts. I should make myself stop being anxious, because if I get anxious I'll get a psychosomatic, and then a pain, so I'll get a headaches, and then these headaches will turn to be somatic. I'll have bad immune system and something like that. So first, it's really hard to stop, nearly impossible to stop for you. You find yourself, you feel extremely bad, you feel distressed, and these thoughts don't bring you anywhere and only make you feel worse and ruin your life. And self-reflecting is you may think something bad, and you're okay, maybe I did that, but I need to change that, and these are the ways I'm going to change this situation. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and yeah, it's pretty bad, annoying, but that's it. You don't dwell on that too long, and you don't get close to panic state. So the first thing which really helped me was separating these intrusive thoughts, annoying thoughts, from my identity. I'll explain what's that. So it's, for example, let's say we think like few thousand thoughts a day because we are a human beings, and we really think a lot. But the thing is, if we note these thoughts or not, if we believe these thoughts or not, how do we treat these thoughts? Let's say I can start to think like, I can look at the white wall and I may say to myself, think to myself, oh haha, this wall is black, this wall is black, this wall is black. Would it be black if I tell myself 1,000 times that it's black? No, but it won't be black. So I might tell myself like, this thought about that this wall is black is just one of the thoughts, and it doesn't have to be the reality. So it doesn't mean that what I think is always true. I may think anything. I may think some absolutely random stuff, and it doesn't mean that this stuff has anything to do with reality. So I don't have to believe my own thoughts. And how do I help to separate it from my identity? That I understand that this is just a thought, it's not part of my identity. I can even give this thought a name, call it whatever. Let's say I'm starting to overthink that I performed bad at work. Now everyone thinks I'm stupid and I'm useless and I don't have any chance to improve anything. So how could I stop that thought? I can give the thought a name. Say your name would be, I don't know, a robber. So you are a robber. Just give it some stupid name. You can even imagine like a shape of it, a form of it, the color of it. How would it look like? That you understand that it's away, that it's not in you, it's outside, and it has a shape, a look, and it's some creature which is bothering you. And you can say, like, you can already get to know that thought, and you say, yeah, hello, I know I have you, but I don't have to believe you. You can tell me whatever, but I just don't have to believe you in this, because reality may be different. And even if reality is like that, like thinking about that would not help me with this reality, to improve this reality, to change this reality. So I don't need you, or I don't believe you. Like whatever works for you depends on what situation is that. That was one thing which really helped me. Second thing was that I started to play a philosopher. As I'm super wise, super clever, and you can implement any type of philosophy you prefer, which helps you. In my case, it was implementing this type of philosophy, which is very, very ignorant. So existential and ignorant philosophy. So existential one, it sounds as very negative, but it's actually very helpful, at least for me. So I'd say no matter what I do, what I will do, depends on what I'm worried about, we will all end in the same box basically. And when I'm 80, 90, 100, whatever, nobody really would care about it anymore, and nobody really cares, and we'll all be there anyway. So why is it important what I do at some point? So this thing helped, and another thing helped, this kind of ignorant thoughts. We all know these people who, I'm not talking about who got there with damage of their life or a problem. Let's say there are certain people who are socially irresponsible, and they are choosing to, let's say, live on the street, to beg for money, and they don't want to work. Personally, that's absolutely not what I prefer, not what I like, and what I completely disagree with. But I implement that only to help myself with the anxiety. So I can I can tell myself, now I'm playing this person who is absolutely ignorant, who just likes to smoke, drink, and ask people for money. And I play that person. What helps me to get me from one opposite state, which is absolutely anxious, responsible, panic, worrying about absolutely every little action I take, worrying about all things in the world. It takes me to absolutely different level, opposite level, what is absolutely ignorant level, irresponsible level. And that way, when I play that, I start to feel something in the middle. So it brings me out from this very, very negative state of like anxiety and panic and all these kind of things. And that way, yeah, it kind of balances it. So obviously I don't want to be ignorant, but at the same time I don't want to be anxious, and that helps me to get to the balance. It's another thing, and one more thing which actually lately helped me the best is like is this one. Like Scarlett O'Hara was saying, like, I'll think about it tomorrow. And that's exactly what it is. I say, I'll think about it tomorrow. And that really helps because I'll tell you something that is like a stereotype about Spanish people, that they are like always saying mañana, mañana, I'll do it mañana, like what means tomorrow, yeah, like the stereotype that they're lazy and stuff. It's actually not really true. It's a stereotype just like many other stereotypes of different countries, but it's just to give an example. So if I tell myself like, I think about it tomorrow, I'll think about it tomorrow, not now, then it actually really works, especially at the moment, because tomorrow I say the same thing, and that helps me not to overthink for a long time. And my record was 2 weeks for now. 2 weeks without rumination. Not like obviously not thinking absolutely anything negative, but just not dwelling into that. Not like it gave me sense of control of these intrusive thoughts. I wanted to say that I tried many different things, and I can share more of those in another video if you find this one interesting. So I may make another video on that and share what else I tried and what worked for me and what not for my anxiety.